Let's bring in our next guest, Doug Stark. Doug, how's it going, buddy?
Good. How you doing today?
Doug is with the MP Living Black Water. This stuff is going crazy. People are going nuts over it.
Yes, absolutely. People are pretty excited about the black water.
Before we go into all the great things it does, please tell people what it is.
Minerals and probiotics. So Black MP stands for Black Minerals and Probiotics. It's humic and fulvic minerals. They have a lot of different health benefits. They protect your cells from the outside. They clean them out from the inside. Probiotics clean out your stomach. They actually recruit the immune function of your entire body through your intestines. And then it has a pH level of 10. This is especially good for electrolytes. It helps replenish the electrolytes, especially after a night of drinking.
See what I mean? They found a way to put the Fountain of Youth in powder form, and you just put it in your water and drink it every day. I had some people ask me, and they said, you know, Chuck, you say that it has every mineral in the periodic table.
Every element in the periodic table, yes.
So so it doesn't have lead in it?
No.
Okay, that's what they were asking. Of course I said no. I knew it wouldn't. But it doesn't.
It doesn't, no.
Okay.
No, it doesn't have lead.
So when you say it's got every element in it, what do you mean?
It's a 100% natural organic substance that comes from plants decaying over millions of years. A different, basically, cornucopia of organic matter gets formed into a little black ball, black rock, and it has everything that exists in nature. You're actually putting that back in your body. Phytonutrients, minerals predominantly, vitamins, and they have profound health benefits.
How long have I known you now? 2 months?
2 months.
You look great.
I appreciate that.
Did you feel good?
I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell people what you felt like before and what do you feel like now.
The main difference, I'd say, is my energy levels are really high. I didn't really think I had a
Like
problem.
into the nighttime, right?
Absolutely, and not caffeine wired at 10 o'clock, can't go to sleep, just a normal energy. Even at night I feel alert, I feel clear, my mind feels active, and then when it's time to go to bed, I go to sleep.
And you
then I
sleep
wake up-
well.
I wake up the next morning completely refreshed. If I sleep 10 hours, 5 hours, 2 hours sometimes, actually, I wake up and I feel refreshed, I feel ready to go, I feel healthy.
You know, this year, a lot of stuff going around, a lot of upper respiratory stuff. Some really sick people out there. My wife, my father-in-law, you know, I was scared to death I was going to get it. I didn't get it.
I was actually one of the people that finally got sick. I went out of town for a few days. It was my daughter's birthday. I went to Universal Studios. I didn't drink my black, wasn't eating well. It was really cold in Los Angeles, and I came back, did not feel good on Monday at all. Started drinking the black water like crazy, and a day and a half later, I felt really good.
And this is something that was probably sticking around for, what, 2 weeks? People were sick for around 2 weeks when they had this kind of stuff. I'm super glad I didn't give it because I'm a big baby when I'm sick. The MMA guys that are getting into this, the weightlifter guys that are getting into this, what are they saying?
Is letting them train harder and recover faster. That's the main benefit that they're seeing. These elite athletes, they can really push themselves through a workout. It's the next day that they're feeling it, and then the day after that. And also minor injuries are healing faster. Tendons, ligaments, they're noticing that those are repairing faster, and especially the joint pain. The antioxidants really help with joint pain. And that's for an everyday person, too. People with arthritis are really
That's what I'm
seeing the
saying,
benefits.
because I know some older people that are drinking it that say that their joints are feeling better, that their back is feeling better, that they don't have what they call old people pain.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a couple places to buy it around town right now.
Yes.
In retail stores. But we've set up a coupon code on your website that's Chuck. And if they go on the website and put that coupon code in,
Yes.
50% off?
Yes.
50% off. What a great deal. What does it cost for a month supply of the MP Black Water?
$35.
$35. That's cheap because, you know, people are buying other stuff, you know. They're buying stuff that probably doesn't work.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes.
I'm here to tell you this stuff works. This has the Chuck Leonard seal of approval all over it. Now, you probably brought some with you today, because I can see people in the studio audience just squirming around, ready to get it. And I wasn't joking with Mike Scott, because it does take away the gray hairs. Tell him how.
Gray hair comes from a copper deficiency, and if you're deficient in copper, over time you start to develop gray hair. If you saw photos of people 100 years ago, nobody had gray hair. It was an anomaly. And now, because people are copper deficient, it starts to show up by basically having gray hair. Another thing I just read the other day is that if you start to lose your hair, that's a magnesium deficiency. And people that are losing hair, they're deficient in magnesium. And then the two big ones right now that we're talking about, obviously because of the immune system and that time of year, is zinc and iron. If you're deficient in both those, your immune system is compromised. You get sick a lot easier. And then I almost brought in the amount of food it would take for you to get your daily allowance of zinc, but it was too much. It was 4 containers of spinach this high, and that's how much spinach you'd have to eat just to get the normal amount of zinc. Iron for women, that's 18 milligrams a day. That's equivalent of a pound of beef. You'd have to eat 7 pounds of beef a week just to get the iron.
That's only 4 quarter-pounders. Like that would have anything good in it, right?
But I get that a lot. People say, well, I get everything I need from food. Even if food had all the minerals that it was supposed to have, it'd be near impossible to get what your body actually needs.
To eat that much.
Yes.
And we're talking about vegetables these days that are coming from farms that are over-farmed, that they're not letting a plot of the land rest for a year and till everything back into it to create this type of minerals that would come back in the vegetables when they're grown.
Yeah, modern intensive agricultural methods has taken the topsoil off, and they did a really interesting study in '92, the Rio Earth Summit. They tested all the soil from around the world. In the United States, it only has 15% of the minerals it's supposed to have that it had 100 years ago. That's how much they've depleted it. So then the 4 containers of spinach you'd have to eat now actually goes up to 24 containers you'd have to eat.
In one day?
In one day to get your normal amount of zinc.
Icky. All right. So, because it's so fine, and we saw how fine it was when we mixed it in the water, does that have something to do with the way your body uses it also?
The way that it's attaching to the water molecules, so it looks like it's dissolving, but it's really attaching to the water molecules. That's what the minerals are doing. So it's attaching to your cells, and it's keeping viruses and toxins from coming in. That's why people that are taking in the middle of a cold or a flu or before as a preventive measure aren't getting sick. And then the fulvic is actually going in. It's very unique in that it has a hydrogen that can go either way. It goes into your cell, takes viruses and toxins out by bringing all the nutrients back in. And the cell's really immortal. A Nobel Prize winning scientist said that the cell would never die. It's just a fluid around the cell that degenerates.
It all kind of makes sense when you hear it, right? Let's not forget to say that the 10% alkalinity, cancer cannot live in an alkaline state. This is great things to be drinking these days with all the other things in our society. Now, tonight, a lot of people are going to be imbibing and doing it well. Do you drink it before? Do you drink it after? What's the deal?
I would drink it before, and I would definitely drink one before you go to bed. So the hangover occurs because you lose your electrolytes. You drink more, your body's flushing that out. It's flushing the electrolytes out. And electrolytes are basically minerals that can carry a positive or negative charge in a solution. So when you go to the bathroom because you're drinking, you're flushing all those electrolytes out, and your body definitely feels it. That's your body saying, I'm not doing anything today because I'm off. And so what you're doing is you're putting those electrolytes right back in. Body's ready to go again. I take one before you go out, one right before you go to bed.
There you go, right there. Go to blackmp.net, coupon codes Chuck, get 50% off of the MP Black Water. Trust me, it works. Doug Stark, Happy New Year, buddy.
Thanks, Chuck.
Good to see you. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Bye.